Now, before I dive into how to really choose the right type of anchor text, let's first understand the 5 categories of anchor text, right? So I'm pretty much aware that you may have heard other type, like you may have come across different guides on the internet or YouTube videos discussing about various type of anchor text, right? Whether it's exact match anchor text, partial match, branded anchor text, like all kinds different type of anchor text. Essentially, anchor text can be classified into like hundreds of types, right? If you really have to look into details. But for me personally, I followed only these 5 categories of anchor text, and it has helped me a lot, and it also help simplify the process a lot, right? So I hope you also will get the idea after understand this. So first, the most important type of anchor text is keyword anchor, right? So keyword anchors basically represents all type of anchor text which contains a certain part of your keyword, right? So for example, let's say you wrote a content about local SEO guide, then you build a link to that content, right, using the anchor text local SEO guide. This is called, another name for this is called as exact match anchor text, right? Because it exactly match the content of your website or your web page which you want to rank for, right? So you want to rank for the keyword local SEO guide, therefore you build a link using the local SEO guide as your anchor text. Now you can see here that it contains all part of a keyword, right? But keyword anchor text also covers other type of anchor text which contains at least one part of your keyword, right? So let's say if you want to rank for the keyword local SEO guide and you link using the anchor text, let's say local guide, right? So now, although it doesn't contain the full keyword, at least one part of the keyword is used in your anchor text, and therefore I still classify it as keyword anchor text, right? So other type of keyword anchor text for this would be local SEO, SEO guide, local guide, something like this, right? Or local, only the local itself still classified as keyword anchor text, right? So hope you're getting the idea here. The second type of anchor text is what I call as LSI or related anchor, right? So this would be all types of anchor text which may not represent the keyword you want to rank for, but it is somehow related to the keyword you want to rank for, right? So it could be an LSI keyword, or it could be a different type of keyword but still related to to the keyword you want to rank for. It could also be a topic, right? Or let's say a descriptive type of anchor text. So for example, you wrote a content about local SEO guide, that is the keyword you want to rank for. Then the example of LSI or related anchor text would be rank your local business higher, right? So as you can see here. Now you might be wondering, like, so you have the word local here in this one, local business, so shouldn't it be keyword anchor text? Well, it could be keyword anchor text, but since you have kind of use a description here, right? So rank your local business higher. It may be keyword anchor text, but since it is also somehow related to your keyword, right? It's not fully related. It is not like 100% or at least 70 or 80% matching your keyword, but somehow it is still related to your anchor text, right? Like local business, right? So local business and local SEO, these two are somehow related to each other. They are also LSI to each other, right? So like they share some relationship with each other. So these type of anchor text deserves a separate type of anchor text, right? A separate category for itself, right? And that's why I call this LSI or related anchor text. Now these two categories can sometimes overlap, right? And it can also be completely different as well. So like for example, you wrote a content about local SEO guide. In the content you would have to write about Google My Business, right? Google My Business is a part of local SEO, right? So you may link to your content using the anchor text Google My Business optimization, right? So as you can see here, it has nothing to do with the keyword you want to rank for, but it is somehow related to the keyword you want to rank for, right? So you can think it all of like a close relation to the keyword you want to rank for. So this is a second type of anchor text. So hope you're getting the idea here. The third type of anchor text would be what I call as branded anchor text, right? So branded anchor text basically means um, the anchor text used is your brand name, right? So for example, let's say your business name is Moz, right? Then you link using the anchor text Moz, right? So this is the anchor text here. Or let's say your business name is let's say for example, um, Seashore Restaurant, right? So this is your business name. So you may use Seashore Restaurant as being your anchor text, right? And this represents your branded anchor text. So it is basically what your brand is name is, right? So that's essentially what it means here. The fourth type of anchor text is what I call as URL anchor text. So URL anchor text basically represents all types of anchor text, which essentially is your is the URL or your web address, right? So let's say your website address is moz.com, right? Like https://moz.com. Then you can use this exact type of URL as your anchor text, or you may decide to link using moz.com or www.moz.com, whatever the version you choose to link to as an anchor text. If it represents your web address, right, like maybe a full path of your web address or partial of your web address, then it is called as URL anchor text, right? And this is the most common type of anchor text used on the internet, because this is like, if you look at internet, if you look at the natural trend of the internet, you'll see that most of the most of the web pages use this type to link to other website, right? And the last type or last category of anchor text is called miscellaneous anchor text, right? So these are the anchor texts which are completely irrelevant to your website, right? So it's not related to your not to your website, sorry, to your content that you want to rank for, right? So it's not related to your content, and it doesn't contain at least any part of your keyword, right? So for example, click here, visit this website, right? All these type of anchor text, right? Or learn more, right? Learn more, click here, right? Then you link to your content. So this is the miscellaneous anchor text. So these two are the two most important common type, right? URL and miscellaneous. So I hope you're getting the idea here, right? Like, if you still have any questions regarding the type of anchor text, feel free to leave them in the comment section, right? And I'll try to answer your question as soon as possible. All right, so let's move on to